Today's episode is brought to you by Quip. Quip is going to get your teeth looking so nice. It'll teach you how to brush all over again because you know you forgot. And it will make you establish great habits. We'll talk about that later. Also, we're brought to you by MeUndies. What does MeUndies do for you? I'm going to say everything. I'm going to say it'll change your reality.
No doubt.
It'll make you be a better person. That's what it'll do. All that and more. Let's jump into this podcast. Hello, everybody. It's time for Cox and Crendor.
This is Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4 hour recording studio. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's up. Crendor in the morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the exciting episode of Cox and Crendor in the morning. The universal "we're all stuck at home" yell. I see.
Yeah.
How are you?
I mean, I'm alive, so that's good.
Yeah. Wow. This has been a hell of a week, that's for sure.
Dude, this last week has felt like at least 3 months. I
am blown away. I don't have anxiety, but I get what anxiety is now.
Oh, yeah. Welcome.
I understand. I fundamentally. When I went out the other day, I went to go just get deodorant at the grocery store. And even though everyone was pleasant, everyone was fine, but there was an air about the place that was like, we are one incident away from, a 28 days later scenario.
Yeah.
Everyone was like a little tense. I was like, oh, no. I was a little worried. I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, it's, well, now last week being like, I bought 5 bags of rice and 5 jars of peanut butter, it's starting to look a little better from doing that.
That's true. God, yeah. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. You're probably in a lockdown like us, and if you're not, you should be doing everything you can to be prepared for that, because it will happen. Trust me.
Yeah.
Literally, 20 minutes ago, the mayor of LA was like, hey, starting tonight at midnight, no bars, no clubs, no restaurants, no gyms, no nothing. We're closing them all down to the 31st of March. So that's a thing. It's happening here.
Yeah.
I guess you can order takeout, but that's it.
Yeah, I think that's what it is here too. It's pretty much like they'll deliver, you can go to drive-thrus, but you can't actually eat in a place.
I think that's on the list as well.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Here's the thing. I know last week we joked, we're going to sanitize you. And who knew it would get this crazy this quickly?
Yeah.
It's wild. I mean, I guess scientists, but what idiots like us knew?
Yeah.
So, of course, the show got canceled. We tweeted about it. Our apologies to you out there. It's been rescheduled for August 16th, which is a Sunday. So anyone who had tickets for this week's show or anyone who still wants to buy them, you can just go to Cox and Crendor. I think there's a few left, so if you want to grab those before they're gone. It's in August now, so if you can change flights or rebook hotels, do that. We'd love to see you in August. We'll have the best Poke-apocalypse show.
Pokemon Apocalypse.
Bring your Charizards.
I can only dream. The coronavirus has spread into creating Pokemon. Whoa. That would be neat.
I guess that would be pretty neat. So I've had to cancel everything. Apparently March was the month I decided to do 15 things, everything canceled. I am battening down the hatches, and I'm just going to weather this storm. I bought a bunch of booze. I've got my priorities straight. Bought a bunch of booze. Bought, staples. I got a bunch of rice.
Yep.
Bought, whatever bread was left. And I'm like, I'm fine. But I didn't buy 8 loaves of bread. I bought 1 loaf of bread, y'all.
Yeah. Well,
that's it. I wasn't like, I'll never be able to eat bread again. I'm fine. You can also make it. Do you have flour? Do you have yeast? You can just make bread.
You think you're going to make bread during the apocalypse?
Well, you may have to. Who knows?
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff. I mean, there's also we still got our Blue Apron. So I mean, there's all those services.
Oh, that's good.
Which, that's great because you're like, hey, we got meals today. The thing is, I'm very good at not eating, but I just went on this whole year of bulking up, being buff door, and now I've because of my anxiety, I went back to being yeah, I don't need to eat. and I'll just go like 8 hours without eating, and I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta eat.
I wish that was my problem. I wish I had that problem. I'm like, oh, you know what? What if I had 2 ice cream cones instead of 1?
I don't know. I get like general anxiety. I think that's what it's called. I tweeted it. It's called generalized anxiety disorder. It's where like people be like, what are you anxious about? And I'm like, I don't even know. Anxiety disorder. Yeah, it's characterized by persistent excessive worry about a number of different things. It's pretty much like combine all the things you worry about into your body, and your body's just like, ha ha ha.
I don't have that at all. I just simply don't.
I wish I was like
it's
that.
It's so bizarre to me. Well, the thing is, I know what I needed. So, like, for example, with all this stuff going on right now, I'm not worried about getting sick, but I do understand the concept that I could get others sick. And I'm like, well, I don't want to be that asshole, so I'll just stay at home. Yeah. Like that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But I don't have anything where I'm like, oh, God, I'm going to get sick, and then I'm going to die. Like, I just don't. I'm definitely of the mindset that if I get it, I get it. Whatever happens, happens. Mm-hmm. That I think this is fascinating. It's kind of like one of those things where, you know how everyone craps all over baby boomers? Because they're like, damn it, boomers, you're ruining everything. Essentially, what we're being asked to do is take care of baby boomers. Really, that's what this is. Like, you are removing yourself from society so that you don't get people who are older sick, and those are the people who will have the complications and will most likely die.
Yeah.
So like you are taking one for the team. Like, you young kid are taking one for the team so that they don't get sick, and that's what the social distancing is.
Yeah, it's like I mean, you can still get sick and have bad things if you're young, but it's much more likely if you're older. Because, you know, your body's more run down. You're more likely to have pre-existing conditions. You know, if you got, like, asthma or you got lung things or you smoke or anything like that, it's going to, you know, obviously not be useful in any way.
And a lot of the news reports, I think, scare people. But you just have to read them. Like, people only read headlines. But I saw one report that was like 1.5 million people could die. And it's like, oh, my God, that's terrifying. But when you read it, it's like, oh, it's not what you think it is.
Yeah.
It is saying that 1.5 million people could die, but not from coronavirus. What it's saying is there's literally only 900,000 hospital beds in all of America. And as more and more people get sick, if we don't, you know, lower the curve, as people are talking about, if we don't do that and everyone gets sick all of a sudden, more people are going to need hospital beds. So more people are going to be going to the hospital with coronavirus, right? Yeah. But at the exact same time, strokes, heart attacks, injuries, accidents, all that stuff is happening still. And so those people factor into that number as well. So what it's saying is coronavirus isn't going to kill 1.5 million people. What it's saying is because we lack the ability to take care of everyone, 1.5 million people could die because we are not being smart about our choices.
Yeah, which is why all this is happening, right? Like, people are like, now I can't go to the gym anymore. I can't go to the mall. And it's like, well, we're doing this so that we don't have it break out like insane. Like, we're taking preventative measures.
If you get hurt and then you need to go to the hospital, but the hospital's filled with, like, 80-year-old respiratory, like, I can't talk. And then you go there because your leg got cut off and you need it sewn back on or something crazy. You're out the leg, my friend. Like, there's nothing you can do. And that's what they're saying. They're like, we need to be cautious because there's more happening in reality than just this disease or this virus.
Yeah. Well, it's like even the flu. Like, the flu didn't go away. Flu's still around being like, hey, I'm the flu.
Yeah, just like the normal flu. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So
yeah, I mean, that's what it is what it is. You just got to suck it up. It's terrible, I know, but hopefully through this month, things will start to work out. Because you see South Korea, you see China. They both had two very different approaches on how to deal with it. But in both cases, it's declining now.
Mm-hmm. I think the biggest thing is just like it's a reality check, right? Because everyone goes into your routine. You go into your daily life. And every day you're just like, I do this. I go to work. I come home. I do this. I do this. I go to that. And it's like constant over and over. And then it gets thrown off. And you're just like, what the shit? Right? Like, oh, I'm alive. I'm going to die one day. but
Yeah.
maybe it's not
Yeah.
now. But it's like, I think it's I think that's what hits everybody is like the fact of like, oh shit, I'm just like another person in the world I got born and then I'm gonna die one day, and here we are.
Yeah, I think there's like a crazy panic that sets in about not having control, right? Because you definitely don't have control over that, right? And I wonder if the concept of control is what's driving people to do crazy things that they're doing. Like, why are people buying toilet paper?
Yeah.
Right? There's no reason to buy the
That's
toilet
true.
paper. It's not related in any way to coronavirus or COVID. It's not in any way. But people are doing it, and I believe, truthfully, that it's people trying to grab onto, like, I at least can control that I won't run out of toilet paper. Like, if I have to be inside all day, at least I will have toilet paper and rice and peanut butter and whatever. And so people will hoard all that stuff, so at least they have some semblance of like, well, I won't ever run out of that.
Yeah.
And it makes them feel a little bit better because on the outside, they have no control over whether they, get exposed to it, even though they try. They feel like their government isn't telling them anything, right? They have no say over it. And so they're just like, you know what? I will do this crazy thing, which I guess kind of makes sense because everyone wants to feel like they have control over their life when really, spoiler guys, we definitely don't.
Yeah, it's like it's like the show Hoarders or like any of those things, right? People hoard things for control. Like, I've been saving this since the 1960s, and it's like, well, they're saving it because it's a method of like comfort and like I control.
Yeah, it gives them
that
peace
thing.
of mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a crazy time. Thankfully, I think people are being smart. I just tonight saw a video of downtown Nashville where there were like a ton of people on a bar together, and I was like, you dummies.
Yeah, like
You know you're not supposed to do that. But then again, maybe they don't, because honestly, we're told by the government, do not stand in crowds. Do not be in crowds of people.
Yeah.
Stand 3 feet or 6 feet away, whatever it is now. But then you look at like the airports and it's massive crowds. Or you look at grocery stores, massive crowds. No one has said don't go to a grocery store. I have not seen anyone say don't go get groceries.
It's one thing if you're going to the grocery store to get groceries, like you're still risking it, but you're at least trying to get something. But the fact that you're just like, let's go party anyway, or like I'm gonna go to the bar anyway, it's like, you gotta see the bigger picture.
And that's why, the mayor of LA, and I guess Chicago as well, had to literally be like, we're closing stuff down.
Yeah.
Do not go out. It wasn't a suggestion. We were asking you politely. Now we have to do this.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in Italy. Unfortunately for us, I don't think we have the beautiful balconies and like organ music and opera singers of Italy. We're going to have like, all right, this is my newest beat. Everyone get to the balcony. People be like, quiet down.
Check out my SoundCloud.
I'm all right with that, maybe. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah. It's it kind of just feels like everyone's on edge,
Yes, agreed.
and it's including me. I feel like I'm like in the last 4 days I've just constantly been like,
Well, I because I know you're on edge, because I know everyone's on edge, let me look up one factoid for you really quickly. How fast does the Earth travel around the sun? I just need to know this. Okay.
all right.
Great. It adds the story because I forgot what the amount was. All right. So the other day I was out with a group of people getting coffee, before everyone was like, don't do that. And when we were sitting there, we were having a conversation about COVID and coronavirus and all that stuff and talking about, what was happening and how it was kind of worrying, but, no one knew what was going, the usual conversation I'm sure many people have had. And the guy sitting next to us was this dude who looked like a crazy person. The hair that like sticks straight up. He kind of had a Doc Brown look to him.
Yeah.
And he was on the phone the entire time we were having a conversation. And he was like, let me tell you something about silver. You gotta have silver. If you put it in the water, it's gonna disinfect the water. And that water, that's how you drink to get rid of the COVID. Now, no one listens to me. And I'm here at this damn coffee place. And I told them to put silver in my water. And they wouldn't do it. And I said, put it in the hot water before you mix in the coffee. And they wouldn't do it. So now I'm probably gonna get the disease from these people. That kind of conversation. Yeah. So we're having this chat and we're just, talking shit and making jokes. And he gets off the phone, looks at us and goes, y'all are hilarious. You should have a TV show. You should do a show together. I think it'd be hilarious. I run a production company, and I think you all should be on my show. We were like, okay. He's like, it would be amazing. You're so funny. I love all of you. And then we're like, what do you do? I don't remember what he said exactly, but he mentioned 4 websites, and one was like Silver Lungs or something. He mentioned 4 websites. Hold on. Silver Lungs. Is that a real website?
Silver lungs? Let's see.
Silver Lungs? Yep, this is one of his websites. Endless Ionic and Collider Silver Solutions, fast and easy. I don't like this. I don't know what this is. This seems
This will probably kill you faster than the coronavirus.
Yeah. And so he mentioned a bunch of websites, and then he was like, yeah, so I do a bunch of different things, and I think you guys would be amazing on them. And he's like, so do you work from home? And I was like, sometimes, yeah. And he's like, well, I always work from home, because everywhere, I wrote this down just so you have this. He said, I always work from home, because everywhere is my home, because I live in the now. The Earth spins and rotates at 67,000 miles per hour, and I'm at a different point at all times within the galaxy, traveling at the speed of thought into the universe. I don't know what I thought at the time, but all I could think about was the fact that the speed of thought is the greatest thing I've ever heard. He travels at the speed of thought?
Jesus, I wish I could travel that fast.
Right? He's like, I traveled onto the universe at the speed of thought. And I was like, oh my God, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard. You're obviously a crazy person, but that's amazing. So he then was like, all right, well, I gotta go. So, be sure to check out my Instagram pages. And he has 3 Instagrams. I don't remember what the first 2 were, but I do remember what the last one was.
All right.
And I will say this. I'm not going to say it live on the air, because the last time Crendor and I did that to someone, they literally quit the internet, and I felt terrible.
Yes.
But because I love you, Crendor, I'm going to have you look up this person. His avatar. So I thought this guy was a crazy person, right? I was like, this guy clearly must be a crazy person. You'll recognize immediately that his avatar is of him and John Voight, which is already like, wait a minute. And then it says that he's a TV producer, and he's looking for people to produce. Like, he actually is a person, but all of his pictures are blurry.
Oh yeah, they are.
He straight up is just like, my temporary car, and then it's a Ferrari.
What the shit?
This is my favorite one. Scroll down. It's a photo of him at the movie Joker. It's a blurry photo, and then it just says Joker. I think this is a crazy person, but I don't know, because everything he has are like photos with him and celebrities, and like him going around. But then he also has things that are just like, well, you gotta make sure you have silver, because silver is really important. And then he posts an image of what he says is a $5 million Imperial Jade China giveaway ring.
I don't understand, and I don't know.
Like, he just looks like the craziest man who ever lived, but I don't know that he is. I almost feel like maybe I'm a fool, and I should have been like, sure, mister, I'd love to be a part of your schemes, because it seems like he's filthy rich, but he's like crazy filthy rich.
Maybe he is. He's got like a $1 trillion ring. Let's see. He's like a successful movie guy.
Oh, wait, hold on. I found his website.
There's one thing, and he just...
Whoa! Oh, okay. He still can be crazy. Here's the thing. He funds movies that are produced on Sci-Fi. He still could be crazy. All right, my world isn't broken. My world isn't broken at all. All right, never mind.
Oh, yeah, he's got to be crazy.
But here's the thing. He also... Wait, what? He also has Emmys? What?
Wait, he's got Emmys?
I can't... His production company has Emmys. I can't live in this world. This guy sat right next to us and literally told us, and I quote, I always work from home because everywhere is my home, because I live in the now. The Earth spins and rotates at 67,000 miles per hour. I'm always in a different point at all times in the galaxy, traveling at the speed of thought out into the universe. That's what this man said to us. And we looked at him like he was crazy. Really, this guy, I think, is a genius.
I think he's a genius.
He still could be crazy.
But yeah,
he still could be crazy.
He's a crazy genius. Like a mad scientist. It's like looking at a puzzle.
Right? I can't figure this out. All right. Actually, I have more questions. All right. I am so confused. Okay. So I went to the production website that makes sci-fi shows. And on there, it has him. It has his assistants. It has the Emmys they've won, right? But then, contact us. It's an AOL email account.
So
I don't know what's going on. Are we being punked? What is happening right now? None of this checks out.
I don't even know. And like in a blend of just like this last week and now seeing this, I don't even know if I'm like alive right now. I don't even know who I am, where I am, what I'm looking at.
What does this mean? I had a meeting on a film bringing this person, no name, not gonna say it, and then another person, and then some woman that he met, and he has a photo of the woman, and she has 4 out of 5 stars, whatever that means. And he said, but she did something with me and with a handicapped man in a wheelchair and his long-haired rabbit and took him to a CVS to get anything he needed. What does that mean? What does that mean, Crendor? What does that mean?
I don't know.
He did something, but she did something with me, a handicapped man in a wheelchair, and his long-haired rabbit, and took him to the CVS to get anything he needed.
Except hand sanitizer. They're going to be out of that.
Oh my God, this guy is. I need to become his friend. I need to introduce you to each other.
Yeah, I need to see this guy in person because
he was so wackadoo. I can't even describe him
again.
At a Coffee Bean cafe, and he was on the phone talking about how they wouldn't put silver into his water.
Okay.
And he was dressed. He dressed like what you would imagine a crazy person would dress like. I can't even. Oh man, I love this. I've gone down the rabbit hole. I might be the crazy one for not getting this. Maybe he's just a crazy person who has access to the internet.
That's also possible.
It's all lies, right? Like maybe all these websites are BS websites he's just making at a library somewhere. And because all of it leads to like an old AOL account. And that's not, if you're a top Hollywood executive, you're not going to send people to your AOL account. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's getting a little too wild. That's like I've been watching QVC because
why?
Well,
what?
QVC's still going, you know, like they're not shutting down. And so late at night to calm down, we'll watch QVC and I'll build Warhammer because I'm like, well, I got about 80 boxes of Warhammer I haven't built yet. Guess I'll start on these. So I've been building some of those, and they're just like, all right, today we've got the HP 4500 laptop. You're going to be stuck inside for a month. You know what you need? You need a laptop. So they're just like your kids, your grandkids, you, everybody in your life. You need this laptop. And then they'll call in and be like, yeah, I ordered the laptop, and I'm really excited because my son and I are going to use it. He likes to play games, and my grandson, he likes the Fortnite, and they're just like, wow, that's great, that's awesome, you should buy another one, buy 2, buy 3, buy 4. You don't know how many you're gonna need for your whole family. She's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna buy another one, but I don't know. I had to buy food, but I might ignore the food and just buy another laptop. They're like, that's great. You know what? It's gonna get summertime. Summertime's gonna get up. You'll be out on your porch, your patio. You're walking your dog. You're doing whatever. You carry your laptop. You carry your blab. You just put it up there. You know, you got a glass of lemonade. Who knows what you're gonna do? Right. And she's like, yeah. Anyway, I thank you. And they're like, all right, there you go.
I hate that so much, not because of the old lady or them being like trying to hawk her a laptop, because the laptops they always have are garbage laptops.
Oh yeah,
it's just like every time my mom's like, I need a laptop, mine broke, I'm like, all right, let's go find one. We go to Best Buy or something, and every single laptop is garbage. Even the ones that are like, I'm like, all right, I guess this is okay. It never is. We get it back home and it's like slow. Yeah. Like, how is this laptop slow? It's brand new. It breaks my heart. I think I'm spoiled with technology because I'm like, how do you use this, Mom? She's like, well, I start it up and I go make some coffee. Like, it takes you that long for the computer to start? She's like, well, it's got to do its things. I'm like, what do you mean it's got to do its things? One time she, like, opened MS-DOS or something like that. It, like, it chunked along. I was like, this laptop is maybe a year old. How is it like this? Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
Well, it's one of those things where I think I like QVC. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but it's like constant positivity. Even if you know they're trying to sell you something, they're just constantly positive. And it's like in a world where every time I go on Twitter or anything, it's just like 8 billion more people are going to die. I'm like, all right, it's nice to put something on and know they're going to be like, hey, everything's all right. And you're like, okay. It's one of those things where I feel like because we are in such the information age, I think it is possible to be overloaded on information.
Oh, I agree.
Like, I'm ready to, like, delete everything and then just kind of, check, like, once a day. Be like, how's it going? All right. And then not look. Because, I mean, you can become engulfed in it. You can, like, get second by second, minute by minute information, and you can just drive yourself insane. And it's not going to change anything. You're still going to be sitting inside, eating your rations, doing whatever you're doing. Like, you're just going to drive yourself insane.
I have stopped watching the news.
Yeah.
I know what it's going to be. I understand what it's going to be. Like, so I've literally stopped watching it. I can't do it anymore because everything's so negative all the time.
Yeah. Well, we know this is content people. Like, you get more views by creating clickbaity mass drama. That, like, if Blizzard was like, they announced something like World of Warcraft, blah, blah, everybody be like, is this the end of World of Warcraft? Because they know it's going to get 1 billion views. And I feel like most things end up somewhere in the middle, right? There's the people on one side being like, the world is over. And then the other side being like, just relax, nothing's going to happen. It's like, well, something's going to happen. So it's, I feel like it's just somewhere in the middle, and it could be a little more to the one side or the other, but like, it is what it is. It's going to happen, and you just kind of got to let it happen and just be precautionary and not panic, because when you panic, that's when shit goes crazy. I mean, it's like in sports, right? You got a 20-point lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and then before you know a 15-point lead, 10-point lead, you're down to a 5-point lead, you start panicking. You're like, shit, what are we going to do? Before you know it, you're going to lose the game. That's why you call a timeout. And they're like, hey, you know what? Calm down. All right? Let's not panic. Because they know when you panic, that's when it gets bad, right? When you're at war, all right? You're fighting in war. The other team, I don't know. I was going to say the other team. The other country or whatever you're fighting against is going to be like, all right, we got them on the run. They're panicking. Right? It's always the winning side always wants the other side to panic, because when you panic is when shit starts going crazy. So it's
that's why boot camp exists, right? That's why Marines go through the training they do, or the Army. Like the reason why you go through all that training is so that when you're there, you don't panic.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the whole purpose. Is they prepare you for anything, and then they beat and drill it into you over and over and over again, so it's second nature. And I think what's happening right now with us is something no one has ever experienced anything like this, ever. The last time, what, would be the Spanish flu?
Yeah.
Which I know there are a lot of you out there like, just say the Spanish flu is racist. That's not why it's called the Spanish flu. It has nothing to do with it being a flu that is Spanish. It's because when it moved from France to Spain during the war, there was no wartime censorship in Spain, so it became known through Spain, hence the Spanish flu. This isn't Twitter. Don't be like that.
Yeah.
But, I think because we've never experienced this in our lifetimes, right? Even grandparents that are around haven't experienced this.
Yeah.
And so no one has a clue. And when you hear the doctors and scientists say, well, we're not going to have a vaccine for at least a year. And then at the same time, you hear people be like, well, don't worry, though. It's not that bad. It's mixed messages. No one has a clue what's going on.
Yeah.
So the best thing you can do is look out for yourself and be safe. So, like, wash your damn hands. Don't touch your eyes.
Don't cough into your hands.
Cough into your elbow. And even that's, then, like, sanitize your damn elbow.
Don't-
There's so much you can do.
Yeah. There's still people out there that just cough into the air. They sneeze in the air. They cough and sneeze into their hands, and they touch shit. It's like, do we have to go back to kindergarten? Like, what?
I'm ready to fight.
What are
I'm
you
ready to
doing?
fight some people. The other day, this dude just like went, "Huh," and I almost, he clearly wasn't coughing a bunch.
Yeah.
But that one cough, I was like, I will kill a man right now. You cover your damn mouth.
Yeah. Like, that's the whole thing. It's like, if we just took these precautionary measures, it would likely, make this go by a lot faster. But people are just stupid as shit.
I wonder what this will do to society, right? Like, I wonder, because, what is it? Habits are 30 days or something like that? If we're all indoors for 16 days, or for the last month, people are told, wash your hands, do this. Do you think come April, people are just going to do that because?
I don't know.
Or do you think they're going to go back to being like, I'll never wash my hands again?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I'm down for that society where people just go frequently, take care of themselves. Oh,
Yeah.
my God. I would be so excited.
Yeah, it's if anything, it'll cut down on like colds and flus as well.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about COVID. I'm worried about like going to a convention and getting someone's cold.
Yeah.
That sucks for me. That happens all the time.
It's crazy out there. All I know is just don't panic. But it's
Hitchhiker's Guide. Don't panic.
it's and I think it's easy to panic with the amount of information that you just kind of get shoved into your brain constantly that your brain isn't really capable of handling.
Turn the day-to-day 24-hour news bullshit off.
Yeah.
Like, that stuff sucks. They have nothing to talk about except the same thing over and over again, which makes it scary.
Yeah, and it's their whole goal, no matter whether you watch whatever news you watch, is to keep you watching, because when you keep watching, they make money. So why would they stray from the things that get the most views? They wouldn't, right? Like, that's the whole point. Why would a YouTuber stray from the thing that gets the most views? They wouldn't, because they're making money, and that's the whole point behind just getting.
Boy, I've done that wrong for years.
Me too. Otherwise, I could be in a mansion right now, and I could have like my own like anti-germ chamber or some shit. I just want to build some more Hammer and watch QVC. That's all I want.
Here's the thing. You can. You should be actually stress-free right now, because if that's all you want, you now have 15 days to do that. This could be the best 2 weeks of your life, man. You could really hit your stride. This could be it for you.
That's true. I made it out of Disneyland alive 2 months ago.
Yeah, and now Disney's closed.
Yeah. It's
By the way, that Canadian kid's the funniest thing I've seen all week. That kid, the other kid that reminded me of you. Oh my God. Those two kids are actually, hold on. So if you follow Crendor and I on social media or do any social media at all, you know that there was this viral video of this kid from Canada who was like, we came to Disneyland and it's closed for 30 days. And he like takes a sip of coffee and it's very funny. I sent Crendor another one that was similar, which was a kid who's like, hey, I'm just here getting chicken because I like chicken. Chicken's good. It reminded me of him. There is another one. There's another kid that I found. I love kids that act like adults. This is called Apparently, and it's apparently this kid is awesome. Steals show during interview. This is the kid.
1 second. What did you think about the ride?
It was great. And apparently, I've never been on live television before, but apparently sometimes I don't watch the news because I'm a kid, and apparently Grandpa just gives me the remote after we watch the Powerball.
Tell me about the ride. What did you think about the ride?
Well, it was great.
Why?
Because apparently you're spinning around, and apparently every time you get dizzy,
Yeah.
that's all you do is get dizzy.
I love this kid. I love this kid.
And I've never ever been on live television. I've never ever been on live
Are you
television.
excited?
Yeah, and apparently I already went down the super slide, and I went down the one I was scared half to death. I just freak out.
Okay.
What I need his name. Hold on.
Oh
yeah,
my
hold
God. That is my favorite video. That's my favorite video I think I've ever seen. Apparently. I've never been on live television.
Apparently.
I don't know why he talks like that, but it's hilarious. He also kind of looks like almost a young Jesse.
He kind of does, yeah, when you say that.
Oh, I love this kid. It's so funny. I go look up, just Google, apparently this kid is awesome. Steele's show during interview if you want to watch the actual video and see what he looks like. Oh, my God. I love that kid. Oh, man.
That is great.
I saw that, and I was like, the other 2 videos are great, but that kid, apparently. Well, apparently, some of y'all need help brushing your teeth. Because if you didn't, things like Quip wouldn't exist. That's my transition. Things like Quip wouldn't exist. Quip are the makers of the electronic toothbrush that wants you to know that you can take control over your dental health and establish good habits in the process, right? Because you're supposed to, according to the smart people, brush your teeth 2 minutes twice a day, flossing regularly, all that stuff. It doesn't matter what brand you use, but Quip makes it simple. You get an electric toothbrush, refillable floss, and anti-cavity toothpaste sent to you every 3 months. It's amazing. It's basically what it does is it vibrates on a built-in timer and every 30 seconds pulses to guide you on how to do an even clean. So you can do like make your mouth into quadrants, right? 4 quadrants. And then like, here's my 30 and here's my 30, the whole thing. It has a floss dispenser with pre-marked strings so you can get just enough, right? They give you a fresh brush head, floss, toothpaste refills to your door every 3 months, free shipping, so your routine is always right because you have to change that brush head every 3 months. It's trying to help you do the things your dentist wants you to do. So next time you go to your dentist, the dentist won't be like, did you floss? And you have to lie to your dentist. You know you've done it. You know you've lied to your dentist. Join the 3 million healthy mouths and get Quip today, starting at $25. If you go to getquip.com/Crendor right now, you'll get your first refill for free. That's your first refill. 3 months out, you'll probably forget by then, and it'll just show up at your house. Your first refill, getquip.com. That's getquip.com/Crendor.
That's me.
Quip is the Good Habits Company. Also today, we're brought to you by MeUndies. You know, some of you are out there getting MeUndies, and you are wearing them, and you are telling us about them, and you're loving them. And that's amazing. But did you know that you can go all in on MeUndies? You can get a membership. And besides it being a great deal, it's actually super fun. You get to basically send yourself a future present every month. A membership with MeUndies is full of perks like site-wide savings, early access, free shipping, new undies every month to your door. Plus, you can decide what kind of undies you're looking for, right? There's all sorts of different types and varieties, from very flashy and crazy to sort of gray, if you want gray. And you've probably heard us talk about MeUndies many times before. It is the softest, bestest undies to grace your nether region. And that's because they're made of micromodal fabric. Whatever that is, we still don't know. We've been trying to find it out for years. It's space dust is what it is. It's sustainable, soft as heck, made from trees. Made from trees. I don't know how they turned bark into beautiful, but here we are. Feels like you're floating on a cloud. They are made in sizes extra small to 4XL. They cover everybody. MeUndies doesn't just make undies either. They have loungewear. They have t-shirts. They have, if you want those full body kigurumi things, they got some of those. They even have hats and socks. They know how to make you feel good. If you're going to be stuck inside for a while, trust me, you'll want to be stuck inside in loungewear that makes you feel great. And trust me, it will. You'll be like, oh my God, it kind of feels like I'm wearing nothing. And maybe when you look down, you won't be. But who knows? Because that's probably because your significant other's like, you looking good. That's weird. That took a weird turn. Anyway. MeUndies has a great offer for you right now. If you are a first-time purchaser, you get 15% off and free shipping. It is a no-brainer, especially because it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. You can get whatever you want, get it shipped to you on the cheap for free, and then if you don't like it, you can send it back. It's that simple, but you will like it. go to MeUndies.com/Crendor. That's MeUndies.com/Crendor. All right, Crendor, let's go to Chapter 7 Sky with Crendor. How's the traffic out there?
Oh, man, traffic is not existent. There are no cars, except for a couple cars. There's nothing happening whatsoever anywhere, except for this chopper copter. And I am kind of afraid that they are going to pull us over because we are, I don't even know if we're supposed to be up here right now. In fact, yeah, that's them right now. All right, back to you.
That doesn't sound like two helicopters at all.
Doesn't.
I don't know how to do two helicopters.
I imagine the helicopter
Anyway.
chasing.
Yeah. All right, let's go to weather.
Weather. All right. Well, let's go to weather in 61314. Wait. Mojokerto, East Java, Indonesia.
All right. Wow, what's going on in Indonesia right now?
Well, it's 91 degrees, partly cloudy.
Damn.
Feels like 106. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
That's something. It's thunderstorms, isolated thunderstorms, mainly cloudy during the afternoon. Thunderstorms likely. High 92, winds light and variable chance of rain. 90%, and it looks like the 10-day thunderstorms literally every day. 90%, 80%, 80%, 90%, 80%, 60%, 80%, 80%, 80%, 80%, it is 60%.
Oh, is it like the rainy season, maybe?
I think it's rainy season. So literally every day is 90 with thunderstorms.
Wow. Also, 90 with thunderstorms is kind of like the weather I love, though.
I like that too. I
It's
like
like
some
raining,
warm
but it's like
thunderstorms.
hot, and you're like, ooh, I'm out in the rain, but it's not cold rain.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah, I like some warm thunderstorms. Hopefully it's like that and you can like open a window and breathe in the outdoor air after sitting inside for so long.
I hope it's like that. Who knows? It
Yeah.
could be terrible.
It could be.
It's the rainy season. It can smell like rot for all we know. I have no clue.
Yep. That's weather.
All right, Crendor, what is going on in sports?
Sports are canceled. But
You're right. Nothing's happening.
the Titans have re-signed Ryan Tannehill. The Ravens give Calais Campbell a 2-year deal after getting traded from Jacksonville. And NFL's
Really
plans.
bottom of the barreling this, huh?
Yeah. It looks like the NFL new league year will start on time if everything keeps going. Tom Brady's decision down to Pats and Bucks. Could go to the Buccaneers, but probably stay with the Patriots.
He's gonna stay with the Patriots.
he's
Are you
gonna
kidding
stay.
me?
Unless
Get out
something
of
crazy goes on, and then everything else is it's canceled.
Yeah. I saw some guy posted a video. It said day 4 of no sports, and he was racing marbles downhill. And people were betting on the marbles. He's like, don't skip to the end of the video. Just bet on the marbles.
That's
great.
That is pretty great. And then
This is where we're at.
the Utah Jazz guy that got the coronavirus apologized today on Twitter video for touching a bunch of microphones and stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's where we are then.
Yep. And that's sports.
All right, Crendor, what is our big news story of the day?
All right, let's see. There's got to be something. Florida man arrested for impersonating an officer just days after going to jail for the same crime.
Well, we should have let him out days after. There's your problem. He impersonated an officer, and you let him out of jail days later.
That's true. Yeah.
He learned nothing.
Now, here we go. Florida man arrested for throwing rocks at cars while naked. This guy does not care about corona. He's going to go out there. He's going to throw his rocks. All right?
Florida man is impervious to your viruses.
Yeah.
Please tell me.
Florida man is already a virus. Florida man was arrested for chucking rocks at passing cars while naked on his driveway on Tuesday. Multiple people witnessed the bizarre behavior of 35-year-old Dewey Khan and called authorities. Brevard County deputies showed up and found the naked suspect. It wasn't clear why the man was naked and throwing rocks. Khan was charged with exposure of sexual organs. That's it.
That's the story. No, that's not the
They
story.
didn't even ask him anything.
They didn't even ask him. They were like, we don't need to know why you were naked. Why don't we need to know that? That's the most important part of the story.
And I went to a different one, and they didn't ask him either. Why isn't anyone
Did
asking
the
him?
police just not ask him?
Like, hey, why are you throwing rocks? Like, that's all they
Hey,
had to
Dewey. Hey, Dewey, why are you throwing rocks?
say. He could have just been like, because I feel like it. And that would have been an answer.
Yeah, at least we would have had an answer. They were just like, we didn't bother. We put him in the car. We took him downtown. We booked him, and then we were done with it. We don't want to deal with this guy. He's always naked.
Yeah, there's so many things.
What a terrible story. Why don't we know? His nakedness is the key to... If it was just man throws rocks at passing car, normal story.
Yeah.
Idiot kids do that all the time.
Yeah.
But this guy is naked.
Yeah.
That's the key to the story.
That's the key. Like, why is he doing this? What drove him to this point?
Yeah, why would he be like, well, no clothes when I throw rocks at cars?
Yeah, I don't know. Also,
Is it a wind resistance thing? Was he like, I have to be pure? I don't know.
there's also Florida man tries to eat stolen debit card after being caught with it at Disney World.
First off, I love that he stole a debit card and went to Disney World.
Yeah.
I also love that he then almost got caught and was like, all right, I have to eat the evidence.
Yeah. He out of all the things, he just was like, I gotta eat it. Let's see. A Florida man allegedly attempted to eat a stolen debit card when he was confronted by police at Disney World. Orange County police deputies arrested Jose Herrera on Monday. He had been held by Disney security after being caught while buying gift cards and jewelry at Disney Springs, while Disney World Shopping Center, with the stolen card, which is believed to have been taken from a deceased Ohio man. Herrera allegedly tried to eat the evidence of his crime, with officers witnessing him attempting to chomp down on the plastic before he could be questioned. When he was found to be holding a bag filled with white powder in his pocket.
Ah, there we go. That's why.
Herrera is said to have told officers, quote, "I'm not going to lie. It's cocaine." Well, there it is.
Gotcha.
Herrera
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
purchased $400 in gift cards and one soft drink using the card.
He was thirsty. He had all that cocaine dust.
Yeah, before attempting to purchase another $360 worth of jewelry. He is also said to possess 13 other fraudulent debit and credit cards. Police charged him with multiple criminal counts, including possession of cocaine, credit cards, theft, fraud involving deceased person, making false statements, and other stuff. Although Herrera's alleged attempt to eat the debit card is unusual, people typically eat more plastic than some may think. A June 29 study found that humans end up eating an average of 5 grams of plastic every week. The shit? Amounts of suspects.
Why would they include that?
I don't know.
Why would they be like, just so you're aware, you're no better than him. You too eat plastic. You just don't know it. Why is that in there? Why is that in the story?
I don't know. Let's see. Normally, people eat drugs instead of credit cards. Attempts to destroy evidence.
Normally,
by
people
stuff.
eat drugs, and that's the takeaway from this article. You know, normally, people eat drugs instead of credit cards. News.
Wait, decidedly edible items have also been consumed in evidence destroying attempts with baked goods in particular. A man in Portland, Oregon was arrested early Saturday morning after allegedly robbing in a donut shop with a hatchet before making off with a multitude of donuts that police later found him eating. Years earlier, a 62-year-old woman in Hong Kong was reported to have made a frantic attempt to wolf down 20 bread rolls she hadn't paid for before the authorities could haul her away. She was said to have felt unwell after the attempt.
No.
Well,
I feel bad because you know those are stories where the underlying thing is like that person was hungry, had no food, and this was like their last thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know there's a sad story there.
there definitely
But
is.
also, I like how they're just like, these wacky people tried to eat all these donuts. Like, all right, okay.
Yep. Classic.
Classic. All right. Well, that's it for us. Thank you so much for listening or watching, however you enjoy this podcast. Crendor, hit him with the socials.
We have so many socials. We have youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcasts, where you can hear all these podcasts. Just listen to them all. There's nothing else to do. Go to youtube.com/Cox and Crendor. If you want to see all the animations, watch all those too. Also, we're on Spotify. We're on SoundCloud. We're on iTunes. We're on everything. Not everything, but most things. Also, check out our other stuff. We got youtube.com/JessiCox, youtube.com/Crendor, twitch.tv/JessiCox, twitch.tv/Crendor, twitter.com/JessiCox, twitter.com/Crendor. I'm going to be uninstalling Twitter from my phone, though. Facebook.com/JessiCox, facebook.com/Crendor. Tell everybody you're stuck inside with about our podcast. Listen to it. And, yay.
Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time. And as always,
Sneeze into your arm.
yep, that's it.